Hey, what's up guys, WhirlXbow back here, and today we are going to be playing some Dead Man's Hand Warrior. Why are we playing this today? I don't actually have a real reason as to that. I saw a Dead Man's Hand list online, and I was just like, let's get to it. So, we're playing that today. With that being said, how about we queue up the first game? And let's see how it goes. All right. First game. I need to take off my. Okay, this is a weird thing. I guess that now that it finally came up, talk about it. In my normal everyday life, I can't go without wearing a watch. I don't know if that is fucked up or not, but I absolutely cannot go without wearing a watch. Every single day, like the first thing I do is put on a watch. I believe I mentioned it several times in the past, but I own my fair share of watches. Like currently my knife box is full. Slash, I think it might be missing. Not 100% sure. I own a fair amount of watches. So, you know, as it be, I like to wear watches on in my daily life. It's just something I just do, and I wouldn't really change it for much. We went from guaranteeingly winning this game to I don't know if I have enough health to survive. Should I have waited to play the +6? Okay. So right now I'm taking 4, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, well. We went from this being the easiest game of my life to being a game I probably don't win. Well, show me Ceaseless. Oh. If I had one more turn, I had won the game. Which is the most fucked part about all of this. When I say I had won the game, there was zero way I lost. Oh, that was so rough. If I had one more turn, I had won the game. That is so rough to think that I just died on turn 4. And I was one turn away from winning. Let's skip the next one. But yeah, getting back to what I was talking about. I love my watches, and I wear my watches. Well, I kind of have a watch where I wear it every single day. It's like a sapphire face, just cheap watch, nothing overly fancy. Something that just looks nice. It has like I believe, I don't know if I've ever posted it or if I showed it or not, but looking at it right now, it's a sapphire face, so like a blue face, normal manual watch where it doesn't have like a digital clock on it, so you actually have to read the arrow, like the hands of the watch. But it also has like an AM and PM, but in the form of a sun and a moon at the bottom part of the watch, the bottom half. I wear a watch every single day. Do I have a reason as to why I wear a watch every single day? No, not really. Do I do it solely because I love to wear a watch? Yes. I know watches are not necessarily for everyone, and I know a lot of people would be... I know a lot of people don't wear watches, you know? But for me, I absolutely love to wear my watch. It's weird to say, but I feel naked without it, you know? Wearing a watch and wearing hand jewelry, like my rings, I feel naked if I don't wear it. Proof, I felt so weird the entire night tonight because I'll often take off most of my rings before I go to bed because I won't work with my rings. But I took off all of my rings last night. I wanted to feel completely fucking naked last night. As weird as that sounds, I just wanted to be... I was honestly just chilling in my chair in my fucking robe and my boxers. That's it, right? I didn't want anything else on. But, like, I took off my rings. The only one thing that at this point is just part of my body is my necklace. My one necklace it's to me it's like wearing fucking boxers. Like I will always just wear them. Like I don't give a fuck. Is that a win the game card? But yeah, no, I wear my necklace at all times. I do not take off my necklace. I actually recently, I had a necklace that I've been wearing since my 18th birthday, and I took it off probably for the first time ever. 2 months ago. Might sound weird as fuck as to like, okay, if you wear it all the time, why the fuck did you take it off 2 months ago? I took it off 2 months ago because the clasp on it broke and I did not want to lose it. Like, straight up. It was a gift from my grandparents on my 18th birthday. And because the clasp broke, I bought myself a new necklace because I feel... Whereas it says, like, I don't feel like I'm me without a necklace on of some sort. Same thing, I don't feel the same without rings on, and I don't feel the same without a watch on. The only time I take off my watch and my rings typically is like if I'm just in the mood to fucking relax in front of my computer and not think about anything at all. Hold this.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
At this point, my sole goal is to dig for Odyn. It's like ideally I draw Odyn not this turn, next turn. And then turn out that I just win the game. It swabs, now I don't care about any damage he deals. I can't play Odyn next turn anyways, so it's fine. We should be Gucci. There's this last drink in his hand. Next turn I do this. Hold up, can I get to a point this game where I can loop this thing endly with Ceaseless?
Do you have this in a bigger size?
I'm about to try and pull off the most cancerous thing I've ever done in my life. This might not work because I'm playing against Libram. But I feel like I have enough health to try and pull it off. My next two draws are shield shatters. But I feel like I can get to a point where every single turn I'm going... Like every other turn I guess I'm getting 125 armor, and I'm fine with that. And I think that is going to be enough to just win the game. I'm gonna make my opponent miserable, and I genuinely do not give a fuck because of the deck he's playing.
The sun shines for me.
I draw Shield Shatter plus... I have enough health to just fuck around and find out. You played +3/+3 earlier? Okay. I'll take it. But my goal that game was to make his life miserable and just loop 125 armor gain every other turn. And see how that where that takes us. Like, quite literally, my goal was my only 3 cards in hand to be Dead Man's Hand, the guy who discovered, or whatever, Ceaseless, and that's it. Like, play out everything else. This way my Dead Man's Hand would loop Dead Man's Hand, Ceaseless, and the Gorger gave me the armor, and then just make him go actually insane mentally, and I thought that would be fun. Anyways, let's skip the next one. All right. Playing against just keeps us all high. Let's see what we're playing against first. It's against even something like Shutterwalk. I feel like getting a shitload of armor is just good enough to win me the game. Therefore, let's. Thank God I kept this. Just gonna mull this now, seeing that I drew this, but. By the way, I also don't think I said it yet, but I hope everybody's a beverage. I'm currently drinking myself a nice cold brewski. Also, I want to talk about like a weird, I don't even know if it's necessarily a weird game franchise that I wanted to get into. It's definitely one of the more popular ones. But I think I've mentioned it, right, where I've been trying to play a lot of these popular games that were popular when I was a kid, but also partially never played due to never really had access to them or whatever. So like for like, you know, I played through like the Sly Cooper series, which is, after having played through them, I won't lie, I don't know which Sly Cooper game I would say would be my favorite. Weirdly enough, I really like Thieves in Time, which is the last one. I thought that game was actually phenomenal. Definitely underrated. If you guys have never played a Sly Cooper game, highly recommend a Thieves. It's one of those games, right, where I'm just like, everybody, I feel like everybody I've talked to about the game is like, oh, the 4th one is like the worst one in the series. Thieves in Time was fucking fantastic. It might be the way I played through the game and like the memories I have attached to it. To be fair, the memories I have attached to it are not rose covered. Like there's definitely parts of the game that I did not think was fantastic, but weirdly enough, compared to Sly 3, what, Thievius Arcanus, Band of Thieves. What is the 3rd one called? Is the 3rd one called Honor Amongst Thieves? Another beautifully fantastic game. A game that I genuinely think everybody should play through at least once. Right, like, I think everyone should play through the whole series. The whole series is really fucking good. I think I also mentioned, like, I played through, like, this is basically over the last 2 years, right? Which I guess is a long time. But the thing is, when I played through them with my brother, and for a long time my brother was living out of province, right? He wasn't living near where I lived, therefore, you know, it was the type of thing where we got to play games together for maybe 10 hours every 3 months. Maybe 15 hours every 3 months. So it's like, yes, the speedruns of the games are fast as fuck, but it was also our first time experiencing the game, so we were taking our fucking time, you know, we were exploring, we weren't looking up guides, we didn't want to have anybody else tell us how to play the game. It was quite literally us sitting down trying to 100% the games. Weirdly enough, like, even other games like Spyro, right? We recently just finished playing Spyro. Like, the first 3 games, the Spyro trilogy that they released on every fucking console. Spyro 3, Spyro 2, and Spyro 1, all phenomenal games. Games that I would highly recommend every single person give a shot at least once in their life. Right? I don't think that those games... I don't think those are games that people should pass up on. Unless, again, maybe the idea, at least for, like, Spyro, like, your collectathon is not your type of game, right? Then maybe pass on it, but, like, the game is still really fucking fun to play through. Again, I'm so much that someone's way more into the idea of RPGs. Very story-centric games. Like, if I tell you my favorite games, you know, Astral Chain, the Fire Emblem series, like, these type of games are very story-driven. Even, like, the Paper Mario games, like, the first 2 Paper Mario games, to be fair, I do really love Origami King. I think that game is also very much underrated and deserves a lot more love than it gets. A game I would highly recommend to everyone to play. I think Origami King is one of those games where it is a very, very, very solid game. Like, that's typically where I lend my favoritism into games. It's like these story-based RPG, the games where you can replay them a dozen times and do a different build every single time and have fun with the game. Yeah. I always say my single favorite game of all times is Super Mario 64. I absolutely love that game, and I think that game is phenomenal. And I think it's a game that I don't think I'd be as into playing video games as I am if it wasn't for said game. But it's the only game of the sort that I'm super, super, super into. Right? Like, even other platformers, I think they're good games, like Sunshine or Galaxy. Like, I think they're fantastic games. But it's also like, I played through Galaxy once, I played through Sunshine once, you know. I've tried playing through Celeste. I've tried playing through other games of the sort. They just don't vibe with me as much as other games, you know? But I feel like I'm severely off track, but yeah. Like the games that I am very partial to are your strategy-based RPG games that you're commanding an army of units and you kind of have to figure it out from there. Those are the type of games that I'm very, very partial to, and they're the type of games that I would rather play. Although, with all that being said, another game franchise I've thoroughly enjoyed is Bayonetta. Completely different style of game, but a game nonetheless that I think is also phenomenal. I have not played through Bayo 2 or 3, but after we beat We're currently playing through the whole Skylander series. I think we're gonna go back to Bayo. Probably replay through Bayo 1, just because I think that game is phenomenal. I think that game is great. And then play through the other Bayo games. Bayo 2 and 3. A game series that's similar in vein from the looks of it. I've never played it. And a game that series that I really want to get. I want to play through the whole Devil May Cry series. Because one, not only those characters look amazing, and from the sounds of it, and from people I know that have played through them, the story is fantastic. But also, I like the Bayo gameplay, like the beat 'em up style gameplay, and that seems to be the Devil May Cry vibe, and I'm fucking it. Anyways, we have time for another game, so we'll queue it up, and we'll continue talking about video games, because there's other games I want to talk about that I want to play through. So yeah, with that being said, let's keep the next one. So yeah, Hunter this time. All right. Other games that I want to play through that I have not played through yet. There's I would say a fairly small franchise that not too many people have heard of that I want to play through. My friend May, or I shouldn't say my friend, one of my brother's friends that me and him have gotten a little close, you know. Person was like, I'm hanging out with my brother, and he's like, oh, my friend is coming by, and like we'll all hang out and we'll vibe, and we both have a very, very big interest in video games. We both talk about video games together all the time. Well, whenever we see each other. Not all the time, but every single time we see each other, we talk about video games. He's a huge fan, to a point where he has a tattoo on his body that is the same as said main character, being Kratos from God of War. He has the red and half moon type thing tattooed on his body, which is a little extreme, if you ask me. I should. But he has that tatted on his body. Yeah, so like that's another series where I actually own every single game in that series. I own the OG5 on the PS3 collection, and I own God of War on PS3, and then God of War on PS5 and Ragnarok on PS5. So I own all the fucking games in the series, not in their original form, but I own all the games in that series. Oh, it should be pretty much a GG easy, but yeah. So like that's another series I want to play through. And the other big one is my brother's wife's, I believe she told me it's her favorite game series of all time. She can correct me. My brother watches my videos, who's married to her. So I could be wrong. It's either her favorite or like second favorite game series of all times. Which is the Kingdom Hearts franchise. And honestly, that's a series I've wanted to play, and I would love for. I think it's a Square Enix game. Not tripping. Dead. I see this card and I just assume dead. I would love to play through that whole series. To play this. So yeah, I want to play through the Kingdom Hearts series. There's a couple other random games that I want to play. I want to finish A Hat in Time. I played through probably like 10-15% of the game, and I thought it was really, really good. Never got too much past that.
Listen and obey.
You have to start worrying about fucking dying. But I really want to play through A Hat. I wanna actually finish that game. Am I dead? If I'm not dead, I win the game. He has to deal 34 here.
Listen and obey.
GG. GG. But yeah, no, there's so many games that I want to play through. It's fucking wild. Like, when I lost power, I started replaying through Fire Emblem Engage. I never beat the game. It's something I feel really bad about. Because the game, when I got to the point where I got to, it was phenomenal and the story was phenomenal and I really, really enjoyed it. I didn't stop playing because I got bored of the game. I stopped playing solely because I got busy playing other games. And it kind of makes me feel bad. Now that we have all the cards in the set. Were we opening? No, we weren't opening Kobolds. We were opening Mean Streets. I believe that we were, at least. But yeah, so I started replaying through that, but I also started from the beginning because I didn't want to lose track of the story. And man, I love me a good Fire Emblem game, and I know for Fire Emblem fans, like, Engage might not have the best story of any Fire Emblem game. At least in my opinion, of the Fire Emblem games I've played through. I've played through a lot of the recent ones. I haven't played through a lot of, like, the old ones. I haven't touched the old one. Like, I played through Awakening. I've played through Three Houses. Played most of the way through Engaged. What's the one from the Corn? Is it Fates? The one that Corn's from? Played through that one. I played through Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance. Fuck. I can go look because I actually have the two Fire Emblem games on Game Boy in box. And I've played through both of those. Three Houses is by far my favorite. Like, no shadow of a doubt, the story in that game is, like, bar none, maybe the single best story I've experienced in a video game. From Three Houses, anytime anybody asks me what game should they play through, like my sole answer is, even if you don't like the gameplay, if you want to play through a game for story, play through Fire Emblem Three Houses. Because I understand like the idea of like the turn-based RPG, planning everything so far advanced, you know, like planning 3 turns ahead, especially when you play the harder difficulties, and like micromanaging a whole bunch of like small shit is like not everyone's cup of tea. But for a single game, story wise and character building wise, and like characters that you'll hate at the start and then love at the end, and be like, this character to me is like perfect. Fire Emblem Three Houses is the only game series, or the only game I've experienced where I've felt that way about a character. Like, every single character in the game, even the characters, like, it's so fucked up to say, but like, even the characters in the game I do not like are still some of my favorite characters in video games. Right? Like, let's get some Fire Emblem people mad, but oh, I can't think of his name. Sylvain. I think that's his name. That's the redhead guy on the horse. Or with the spear. I'm not the biggest fan of Sylvain. He's like a womanizer type character. But like, I still love his character development throughout the game. I think it's still fucking insanely well written, and he's such a good character. But he's still like my least favorite character from the game. Like, he's like there with like Lawrence. Not one of my favorite characters. I mean, my favorite character in the game is probably, if I had to pick a favorite character from Three Houses, I'd go top 3. My favorite character in the game, bar none, is Edelgard. I fucking love that character. Happy would be a good second. And what's his name? The brawler you get in the Golden Deer House. Why the fuck? I can't think of his name, but he's like probably my 3rd favorite character. Like, Lysithia's up there. You know, as much as the other people I know that have played through the game that do not like Flane, I really like Flane. I think brawler 3 houses. Like, I know exactly what he looks like. Oh, of course you can't get the character here. Golden Deer characters. It's not Balthus, right? Raphael. Another fantastic character. I really like him. Even like Leone is also a very, very good character. I love Dimitri's like build as a character. Like, it's just so insane to me, like, how well written every character in this game is. Like, even like Cassandra or Shamir, or I know I'm naming all these characters and people are like, okay, like, you just know the characters' names. But no. The last time I played through Three Houses completely, was 2 years ago, and like every single character's name is like cemented in my memory. Slash what they look like. I won't lie. I often forget a lot of characters' names. Like I'll fucking forget like what's the name of the fucking hippo in Sly Cooper? Murphy? Is it Murphy? Oh. Is it Murphy? Hippo Sly Cooper. Is it Murphy? Murray. That's his name. Like that's another character I love in a video game, but I forget everyone's fucking. I forget my coworkers' names a lot, so. But no. You want to play through a game for story? Play through fucking Three Houses. That story is phenomenal. Just know that it's gonna take you 300 hours to get the whole story. Highly recommend. Anyways, enough of me talking about other video games. Hearthstone, this Dead Man's Hand list is just Odyn Warrior that can technically go infinite eventually. Highly recommend it. It's really fun. I like this deck. I like this style of deck. Like, I love Odyn with the idea of Lavagorger plus Ceaseless. It's really fun. So yeah. Anyways, I don't have much else to say. I spent half of this video talking about video games, so I'm gonna end off here. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you guys did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe as always. Follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Have a great rest of your day. If you have any video game recommendations, actually leave them down below. I'm looking for games that I want to pick up, so yeah. Anyways, with that being said, let's I'll see y'all in the next one, right guys? Yeah. Peace.